Greetings my fellow LEGO fans, welcome back to my channel. In this video we'll have some sort of time travel. No, sorry, no new Back to the Future set, don't have a DeLorean here, sorry, no. It will be some other kind of time travel, so stay tuned. When I say time travel, of course, in this context, I mean an old set. Okay, to be honest, I have no idea which year it came out, but it's an old Technic set. Yeah, right. Before lift arm area, just Technic bricks and axles and wheels and other cool stuff. Technic guys, woo! That was a fantastic era with those awesome multi-joint, well, you could say action figures from LEGO. Really cool. The Technic sets back then looked rather basic, but the positive aspect of that rather basic design, you could understand what's happening. So they had a rather simple learning effect. Of course, if you are completely out of this world, you will understand the gearbox of a Bugatti Chiron too, but yeah, I think that's more like some sort of digestible education. And yeah, really cool sets back then. And yeah, with the guys, they were even some sort of alive. And other specialty back then, completely standard back then, the famous B models. Nowadays, pretty rarely seen in the wild. Just few sets come with B models, and mostly they're rather small ones. Yeah, I can imagine it's really hard to come up with a second, somewhat sense-making set from a bunch of pieces, but with the creator line they can do it too. So I think the Technic department would be able, don't know why they don't let them be creative. But yeah, and another thing, you could even motorize this little excavator, or well, I think you could call it a bobcat. Yeah, I would say rather simple functions. You could lift the bucket, tilt the bucket, and it has steering as far as, I guess, by the angled wheels. So, I'd say, let's have a look inside. It's a used set, so the pieces are already out of their bags and in the box. I really do hope it's complete. The seller was hoping to. She couldn't really promise it would be, but I think as long as not such special pieces like this one here are missing, I should have more or less everything as spare piece. Could be that I have to look in the basement through the big bin from my childhood, but let's be positive, and I hope it's complete. And now let's have a look inside the box. So, as I showed you already, here's the box, and there was an inner box with the pieces, so they could use thinner boxes, and it was stable anyway. And what we get with the old set is the instructions, of course. Looks like both builds are in there. That looks pretty much like it. And even, yeah, the buggy and the excavator or bobcat, and also the instructions how I would motorize it. Really cool. Everything in that small manual. Amazing. Well, it's not the biggest set, of course, but nowadays this is nothing. those are the first 5 steps of new Lego manuals. Well, nearly. So then we get, I guess, some ads. Yeah. Nice little catalog with some of the sets from back then. There were a lot of sets with the TECHNIC guys and some other cool ones. The submarine would have been really cool. And with pneumatics and air tank. Oh, that's cool. Okay, it looks like the one set with the TECHNIC guy I have wasn't from that year. Okay. Same catalog once more. What's that? Looks like a TECHNIC poster. Really cool. There was this barcode reader to program the truck. Really cool stuff in there. And the service catalog. You could order pieces and special parts, and yeah, pretty much like the pick a brick or missing pieces from their site, the version from back then. And then we have the pieces, nice wheels. Ooh, they're in good shape, great, wonderful. The bucket, amazing. I think the buckets and hooks from the cranes were the rather first of those big special pieces. The hooks were also in metal version. Nice big TECHNIC bricks. They were really rough and stable, really great. An old gearbox. I don't know if they're used today still, but later on they were clear. Also looks really cool, but as you can see back then, no huge variety of colors, just what you need, black and yellow for the construction site vehicle, and some red stuff. Okay, for example the seat in red, no problem, and of course a trans yellow light. And here we have one of the TECHNIC guys. Really cool. Shoulder joint, elbow, the hands were movable, hips, knees, and also the feet were somewhat poseable. Awesome. And really fantastic back then. No stupid colors with pins, just black. Black were the ones with friction and grey ones without friction, like this pin to axle. No stupid blue pins and just grey stoppers. Really nice. So yeah, nothing too weird, and we were still able to build it. Boy, we were geniuses back then, obviously. Yeah, now I would say let's just build the nice bobcat, have a look at it, and in another video I'll show you the B model, the little buggy. So yeah, I would say let the party begin. First up, before we start, the old instructions are really nice. Just how cute they make this info about not putting gears too tight to a brick. And we don't start with one single piece for the first step. There's already some building included in the first step. Amazing. Yeah, really cool. That's why the instructions are so thin. With just a few pages you were already done. Really cool. Now, let's get going. So yeah, and here's our little finished bobcat, small excavator, whatever you may call it, with the cool driver, the Technic guy. Awesome. A few pieces were missing. I got those 4 pieces extras, but one of those big stoppers was missing, and 2 of those pins with one stud on one side. Luckily I had enough in my replacement parts. What was rather a bit tricky was this axle construction here. In fact, this set would have a special link piece, this long axle with pinholes on both ends fixed, so it couldn't be pulled out like this construction, but it's stable enough. Had to experiment a little bit to get the right length of this piece, but with those connectors, 2 axles and this axle connector in the center, it wasn't really a problem. If you have enough stuff in your spare parts, you can fix something like that really easy. Yeah, drives around pretty nice. Nice turning radius. Not like some of the new models where you need a real road to turn your Lego set around. Yeah, and as I've shown you, tilt the bucket with this little lever and the axle connection here to the front, and with the little wheel here on the back, controlling the gearbox to the big wheel gear. You can lift and lower the bucket. Really nice. Then you drive around, collect something, swoop it up, and up we go. And we can put whatever we got in our pocket into the next truck. Really cool. And of course, little Technic guy isn't just for decoration. Nope. They can really sit nicely inside those cool red chairs. Now he's sitting nice and tight in his cool little ride. Really nice. All the basic functions you need for such a set are here. Steering, awesome, really simple. This axle goes down to a little gearbox, and down there a small gear goes onto that little, no, what are those things called? Gear rack or something like that. And so it simply turns the wheels. Yeah, the gearbox in the back with a worm screw in there, and that turns the big gear, and a simple lever construction. Really nice, cool little set. Really happy I got it. And yeah, those old Technic sets just have a special charm. Really nice, and I just love those figs. The Technic guys were really awesome. Wish they would bring them back. Maybe they could even make them in other sizes, scales, so you could have, for example, a bigger poseable Batman fig for the big Batmobile, or just some guys for the Creator Expert cars. I think that would be really cool. For example, a James Bond fig in a size that matches the scale for the Aston Martin. I think people would have loved it. And yeah, so here's a little excavator, pocket, whatever you may call it. And yeah, that's it for this nice little set. And that's it already for this video. If you want to see the B model or any other sets that are coming, also some non-Lego sets, you should definitely subscribe to my channel. Would be really awesome. And you could also have YouTube inform you whenever a new video is up. And that's really simple. Just hit the bell button, ding ding, and you should get a notification whenever something amazing happens here on this channel. Right, so hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.